a collaboration with me and Dean setting that stunt up, and it was just really cool because it was such a milestone to show where Elliot did come from, because Elliot can use guns, he just didn't, and we blatantly, on purpose, stole Quigley Down Under's line, which is, you know, I didn't think you liked guns, and I never said I couldn't use them, you know what I mean? That was a Alan Rickman, man. I wish I could have worked with him. There's another guy that I wish I could have worked with. But that was my favorite. And then Secondhand Lions was good. I mean, it was that was a fun-filled time, you know. And like I said, there's a couple of times where I can say keep your Academy Awards, because I've got an award. And I've told you guys some of this before. I don't know if you've heard it, but I went to the premiere of Secondhand Lions, and when I was done, I waited, and Robert Duvall was talking to Paul Gleason, and I guess they're really good friends, and Paul, I don't think he's with us any longer. Paul was the principal in the Breakfast Club, and I was just like going, you know, I just played Robert Duvall, and now I'm geeking out on Paul Gleason, and they were talking, and they talked for like 5 minutes, and so finally I just reached over and I said, Bobby, I just want to say it was an honor and a pleasure to play you, and he grabbed my hand and pulled me in and picked me up and started bouncing me around. I was like, well, I tell you know, hey, and he set me down, and I said, oh, and the casting director saw it, and she came up to me and she said, you know, I sat next to him, and every time you fight, he was like moving in his chair. And I thought that was probably the best award that I could ever get. So all of Secondhand Lions I really enjoyed, because I trained really hard for that with Anthony DeLongis, who was my sword teacher and trainer, and trained almost everybody in Hollywood. He was also the Butcher of Kiev. Butcher of Kiev. Yeah. Have you met the cake maker of Kiev? Whoop all I has. He's the butcher of Kiev. He was a butcher, and so I got to fight my coach on that one, which was really fun for me because I got to fight my coach again. So it was like, so those are some of the fights. They're definitely the gunfights, number one. Yeah. Yep. Nice. Yes, ma'am.
So I was wondering, what do you think is something that, you know, you have all of these different avenues. You have music, and you have, you know, performing with theater, with TV shows and movies, and all of those different things. When you're performing, do you feel the most sort of rooted in, like, this is me, this is what I'm doing, this is what I'm good at, and just really, you know, that's the most authentically Kane that you feel?
You know, it's two different things, really. If I can get past 3 songs in a set on stage that were flawless, and I didn't have to think about it, you know, like, it's just, you know, then all of a sudden the stage is mine. And it always has been since I started, you know what I mean? If we can get past the 3 things, and I don't mess up, or nobody else messes up, or, you know, we've got it down, there's nothing we can do wrong. Even if I mess up after that, I just don't care, because now it's me, and all the stuff, you know, my shoulders kind of drop down, and it's a really good time, you know. And like last night, I was having a really hard time with my wrist, and you guys were so gracious, and thank you for, you know. But I felt like it was a pretty good show. You guys were so great.
Awesome.
Yeah. Shooting from the hip, man. But I always feel like then there's nothing I can do wrong. It's probably the half bottle of Jack Daniels after the 3 songs that I've gone through. But and then especially in a fight scene, like in a fight scene, if we get the master